Hi, this is Bill. We're at Paradise Fibers today, and we're going to be finding out how to put together a Reeves-Saxony wheel from Schacht. It's a pretty simple operation. We want to kind of go through it a step at a time and show you folks at home what it takes. So if you decide to get a Schacht, you know what you're up against. Okay, we're going to start by just looking at the boxes. This is the way they come in. This is the all the auxiliary pieces are in here. The box on the floor here is the main wheel itself. So I'm going to start by opening the boxes. I'm going to lay everything out, and then you can see what we've got. And it's always a good idea to make sure you have everything that they say you got. Although Schacht is pretty good about it because they do pre-assemble their wheels at the factory before they take them apart, pack them up, and ship them out. So you can pretty much count on the fact that everything is here as it should be. So I'm going to get started, lay this stuff out, and we'll show you what we've got. Okay, we've got everything laid out here, and we're going to double check the list and make sure that we aren't missing anything. We're going to start here with the mother of all assembly, which is the cross piece and the two uprights, a couple little thumb screw and a peg here, the wooden nut that goes on the bottom to keep it all secure, and then the adjustment screw here. So it looks like that's all good. And then in the big box, okay, we have the Lazy Kate with the extra bobbins, and then for the table here, which is kind of nice, it comes pretty much together. Okay, this is how it comes out of the box, so there's not a whole lot to do. This is adjusted so that it's in the right spot, and then it comes with the extra leg, or the third leg, to mount in here, and they have the screw where it needs to go, and it shows you how this needs to line up. So we'll do that in a minute, but anyway, we've got that. And little tool kit, we've got that. The threading hook is here, and you know, that's everything. There just isn't that much to it. On the main wheel assembly, they put the wooden nuts on here so that you won't lose those. They come attached. So anyway, when we get to that point, we'll pop these nuts off, slide them in the table, and then hook them up. I went ahead and put the drive band on, just double it up and loop it over one end of the upright here, the support, so when it goes together you don't have to retie it onto the machine itself. And I'm guessing that it's probably a pretty close length to where it wants to be when you're finished. Anyway, it looks good. I think we're all ready to go here. So let me turn the page and see what they want us to do first. Okay, so they want us to put the third leg here onto the table. Shouldn't be much to this. Kind of see where the wear marks are, where it was in originally. It should go in pretty easily. Like I say, they pre-assemble these, so you know, if you do it right, it should go together pretty easily. Now this is going in fine, feels good and snug, so it'll hang on properly. Okay, that's that. All right. So we assembled the base. That's completed now. Okay. All right. Now they want us to attach the wheel. So we'll stand the table up. Okay, that looks good. Kind of keep the footman down here out of the way. Okay. All you kind of got to remember here is that got to put this on the footman's side. Crank is there, and we'll slide these into the holes. Take these nuts off. All right, and so we can pull this off. Okay, not too bad. We'll run these down, not real tight, because we're going to make a final adjustment on the position of the wheel so that it lines up properly with the flyer. Okay. So that should be okay for right now. Okay. Okay, so now I've got the wheel on there. Looks good. So now we're going to get the mother of all on here, put the base on, put the adjustment screw in, and then we'll put the locking screw on the bottom as well. They say to start about a third from the close position for a rough adjustment. I don't think that's really critical. Obviously we'll fix that as we get to it. Okay, so we can still move stuff around here. That looks pretty good. So now we're going to continue putting together the uprights here on the mother of all. These are kind of nice. They've got a little slice in them, so they've got some tension.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Don't be distracted. Okay, we'll slide these in, and they'll hold on, so they can twist back and forth with a little bit of tension on it, so they'll stay in place, but you can still adjust them if necessary for alignment purposes. Okay, both sides. This being the big end for the orifice end, and then the small diameter goes in the back end. All right, then it comes with a couple of extra pieces here. Depending on if it's a right or left hand wheel, the plugs will go in different spots. This is the Scotch tension thumb screw here. Although we're going to set it up in double drive, we'll have that in place. Okay, so now we're ready to, we're going to hook up the footman over here to the crankshaft, which is pretty simple. Yeah, you want to come around here, Travel. This is very nice, by the way. Brass and steel, chrome plated, nice brass plate. Okay, so it goes over, comes down. This has a leather insert bearing here. Pretty nice. It's suitable for reenactment type stuff. And then the retaining pin slides down and holds it all good and tight. Pretty nice setup. Okay, so we're looking pretty good there. Now it's time to put the flyer on and get the drive band set up. And we're going to set it up in double drive, like I said, so we'll go through that right now. I remember I put the drive band on earlier, so I don't have to take stuff apart or retie it or anything like that. And then to get the flyer on, generally what you do is you rotate the tailstock out of the way, slide it into the bearing, okay? And then as you bring it back into position, line it up here with the other side on the leather, and then just kind of get them so they're both pointing forward, and you've got it. A little bit of a play is fine, so it spins freely. That looks pretty good. That should be fine. And then the last thing you want to do is get it lined up so that the string lines up properly with all the pulleys. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to rotate this out a little bit and hold the flyer. Back off the other side a little bit and get this off, and I'll put the string over. I'll set those up in a second. Actually, I'm going to back it off here right now so we've got some more space. Get a little slack in there. And get this back together. Twist those in. Okay, now what we're going to do now with the string, there's two grooves in the main wheel here. So I'm going to put one side in each side of the groove. So that looks good there, okay? And then we'll set it up over here so that one string goes on the bobbin. Okay, or one wrap. I mean, it's just one string, but anyway. And then we'll go on the large whirl or the slow speed. So now what we want to do, we're going to get a little bit of tension on it here. Pretty close. Snug the bottom up. And now we're going to point the wheel. I'll point it this way, Trav, so you can show that what we want to do is get the wheel pointing so the strings are nice and straight here. Okay, you can see how I can move this back and forth because I haven't tightened up the supports yet. So anyway, take a look at that. Not quite right. Looks like it comes this way a little bit. I'll put a little tension on the supports, and then we'll look again here. I'll come around that side. That looks pretty good right there. Try to snug these up. See if that feels like it's going to stay there. I think we're in business. You see that there's some yarn on the flyer. That's from the factory. They put this all together and they test it and run it and make sure that it's all working like it should before they disassemble it, put it in the box, and send it off to us. So anyway, there you go. That's the Schacht Reeves. Nice nameplate, very professional, very nicely put together, well thought out. You know, high quality craftsmanship with all the turnings. Kind of look at the OD of the wheel here and see how it doesn't move up and down or in any way at all. It's very, very accurate. It's nice smooth action. And at this point, all I'm going to do is put a little oil on the leathers, or we can use actually a little wax on the leathers. And wherever there's leather, you can use like a carnauba wax, works well. And then in other areas, you can use a little lightweight oil. Schacht has a nice little oiler that you can get as well. So I guess that's it for today on the Schacht Reeves. I hope you've enjoyed our little demonstration. And actually, this is very, very simple. Don't be afraid to get one of these because it's a piece of cake to put together. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Once again, this is Bill at Paradise Fibers. I hope you enjoyed our little show. Bye.
Make a gang of line.
I went and
Boya!